Stop. And I understand when people are saying, oh, well, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year, you know, and they didn't have to pay Tyreek. Shut ye up. Shut ye up. Let me tell you the reality. If the Chiefs won, they won the Super Bowl last year. If they had kept this thing intact, whatever they do, they would double. If they win a Super Bowl without Tyreek, they would have won at least 2. If they win 2, I promise you they would have won 4. They had the perfect situation in the ultimate offense because you had the best deep threat, one of the best deep threat this league has ever seen, and you had the best intermediate route running tight end. You coupled him with one of the greatest quarterbacks and one of the greatest play callers and designers we've ever seen. It was a perfect team. No matter what you did, they had something to counter when they had Tyreek Hill. Yes, they won the Super Bowl last year. So everybody starts saying, well, if they won the Super Bowl, then obviously they won the trade. Now, I just don't buy into that. You see the struggles that they're having right now. They won the Super Bowl because they got a Superman back there at quarterback. You know, and he's lifted this team up, and he keeps lifting them up. It looks like now they're getting a little heavy in the lifting. Looks like he's starting to hurt his back a little bit because they're dropping a lot of passes. Yeah. And you saw last week what happened in Denver. He's beating Denver every kind of way he can, any kind of way. Took his grandmama, mother, brother, sister, niece, all the girls in his family and beat Denver. But last week, he couldn't beat Denver. You know why? Because you keep asking too much of him. He keeps raising people up, and the team has gotten too heavy to even beat Denver. Don't tell me how you're a better team without Tyreek Hill when Tyreek Hill is on his way to 2,000 yards. You could have had that 2,000 yards, and you're complaining about the wide receivers you have. You're bringing back guys you let go like McCole Hartman. So I don't know how you can say you won this trade, but I'll listen all ears if you got an answer for that, Skip, or anybody else got an answer for that.
I don't think they won the trade. I think it was beneficial, just like Mr. Hunt said, for both teams. Both teams have benefited from this. The Miami Dolphins wanted something. They wanted some explosiveness. They wanted to be able to pair him with Jalen Waddle. They got Tua. They now have a running game. So they said to themselves, we're willing to give a first-round pickup, a second-round pickup, and $75 million of guaranteed money. The Kansas City Chiefs said, I tell you what, we're going to take the first-round pick, and we're going to go get what we need, which is a corner in Trent McDuffie. And then we gonna try our damnness to replace Tyreek Hill with multiple wide receivers from a year ago. Juju Smith-Schuster, Sky Moore, Mecole Hardman, guys that they felt they could still get, not the same production, a different production out of it. Then they went on and won the Super Bowl. Now, here's where you kind of get me.
Duffy's the only one playing any kind of.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
It doesn't matter.
You can't just tell me the assets you got unless they're really assets. Okay. Don't tell me the assets you got from Tyreek Hill unless they're really assets.
Trent McDuffie is something they needed was at the cornerback position. They took him in the first round. He's one of, graded by Pro Football Focus as one of the top corners in the National Football League right now. Okay, top 10.
Top 10.
That's what they wanted. That's good. They're not going to get 2,000 yards from a receiver. That's not what they wanted, though. That's not what they wanted. They didn't want 2,000 from a receiver. They felt that they could do a lot of different things with different guys and still accomplish the same goal. Guess what, though, Michael and Skip? They accomplished that goal by getting that ring. I understand you poo-poo on it, Michael, and say, well, don't tell me nothing about the ring. But the facts are the facts. The truth is the truth. They went and got the ring. Now, fast forward to what you said about this year. They have been struggling. You say because of all the receivers and this and that. I don't say because of that. What I say is the guy has left the building, is now in Washington. This is part of their struggle.
I believe that one, too. I believe this one.
He may not be calling the plays.
I believe this one. It's the way you go through practices. It's the same thing we heard in Washington, how hard he used to be on everybody. It's the way you go through practice, and that's what they're missing in Kansas City. I'm with you on that.
It's called influence on something. Right. He had a major influence on what they were doing offensively. He leaves, they struggle. All of a sudden, Washington's offense doesn't look bad, doesn't look great, but doesn't look like it used to look. Quarterback and Sam Howell looks like, oh, well, maybe he gets an opportunity to be an NFL guy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, gosh.
Who is
sorry,
it?
guys.
Is Jerry calling? No?
Jerry calling you?
And it's just story. They see
But
me.
Skip,
Go. I apologize.
when you look at it, they both benefited from this.
Yeah.
Would they like to have Tyreek Hill back?
Sure.
Hell yeah, they would.
I got it.
Absolutely. But they're happy with what they got.
Keyshawn, quick aside, you just referred to Clark Hunt as Mr. Hunt, and you shook me up with that reference because I was very close to his father, Lamar Hunt. I watched Clark grow up. I can only remember him as a little kid running around kicking a soccer ball, and you're calling him Mr. Hunt. I'm like, what just happened? Okay, I got it.
And he's a good guy now. He's a good man. Clark, good dude. I got back on a plane with him because Jerry needed me back in Dallas for an event after a Kansas City game, and it was
his
great.
father was the most humble, rich man I have ever been around before.
And he's like
he
that,
did
too.
not take himself seriously at all, and it's chip off the old.
Right, he's like that, too. He's a good man.
All right. Now, Michael, you make all those great points. I got you. And maybe this is shut my mouth time, but I just get stuck on the fact that it's hard to win a Super Bowl in this league. It's just hard. Keyshawn knows how hard. Okay, what's that?
It's beyond
It's like
hard.
ridiculously hard.
People
and
think, Skip,
go ahead.
I was going to say, people think that Super Bowls are like a bowl of M&Ms. You can just grab them and give them out.
It's just hard. Michael was in a perfect place at a perfect time, and they should have won 5 in a row, but they did win 3.
Yeah.
And yet it's just hard because they were way better than anybody else. That's just me. But the point is, I still don't know exactly how they pulled this off because I keep looking at the numbers from last year, but they pulled it off without Tyreek. I give it up to Patrick. I give it up to Kelsey, who caught 111 balls, which is what you caught in 1995.
When I lost Alvin Harper.
That is correct. And he lost Tyreek, and he catches 111 balls. And then a guy you know pretty well, Keyshawn, Juju Smith-Schuster, he walks in the door and catches 78 balls for them in the regular season. In the Super Bowl, he caught 7 for 53.
And that's important.
And it took up some slack, just enough slack that they were able to get through the night of the regular season and get to the Super Bowl. And Jalen coughed one up, and it got run back, scooped and scored, and yet it was a close game, and Patrick didn't play a great game. He threw for 182 yards, but they won the game without Tyreek. And all I know is they did that, so they won the trade. Unless you tell me that this year and the next year, next couple of years, if the Dolphins can go win 2 Super Bowls, then I'll give them the trade. But I don't think they're going to win 1 Super Bowl.
Well, let's break back on that. Let's break back on that because you need to see, and this is, I think this is very important. That's what we're going to see in this game. What Tyreek Hill has done with the Miami Dolphins is nothing short of incredible.
No, it is.
And I believe that's why all of those Dolphin players will show up and show off and show out to show Tyreek respect and love for coming over here and helping us become what we are right now. So, Tyreek, you did that for us. We're about to do this for you. I really believe that. You guys are talking about what they've accomplished. We were talking about what they are going to be historically when we had these teams full and intact with Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes. Right now, we're talking about, can they struggle to another Super Bowl? Can they struggle? Can Kansas City struggle to another?
I'm not talking like that.
Okay. But they're struggling, right? They're all struggling outside. They're struggling.
Denver.
That's struggling.
They lost to Denver.
Right, they're struggling.
Every single year, I could go on and on every single year. 2 years ago, it was Tennessee. Last year was Indy. And this year was Denver. It happens.
Okay, no, it doesn't happen, actually. He's beaten Denver a billion times in a row, so it doesn't happen.
They lost to Indy last year in Tennessee when they had Tyreek.
I know, but you keep bringing it up. But they didn't lose. They didn't lose Denver. Let me finish this. I was at that Super Bowl. I did that Super Bowl. We weren't talking about winning a Super Bowl. We were talking about Patrick Mahomes replacing Tom Brady. That's winning 7 or winning 8. I don't want y'all to lose the intensity of what you said before and now trying to come up with something else. So when now you start measuring the Tyreek Hill trade, you keep this in mind. We had him at 7 or 8 Super Bowls with Tyreek Hill. Now you're talking about squawking to another one. We were all talking about he's going to replace Tom Brady. I was on the desk talking about it.
This man,
everybody was talking about it.
You wasn't with me talking about it because I would have set you straight.
Wait. Let me finish, Key. When they were intact, we were all, maybe you didn't say it, but Skip, everybody was talking about it. Am I right or wrong? He was on the path to replace Tom Brady. Yes. Nobody's saying that anymore because Tyreek Hill's not there.
That's not true.
You don't think he's going to struggle to 8 carrying these receivers?
Nobody, anybody in their right damn mind, even you, okay, has got 3 of them, should have more, but that's a whole nother sidebar conversation. Right. You didn't get them.
Right.
But
and I'm trying to help these jokers because I know what the pain you will feel. You're going to think, I got this many. It ain't going to satisfy you, but the satiety you think you're going to have with those you got ain't going to be enough. You're going to think about the ones you lost. I'm just telling you.
He's still, Skip, on pace to eclipse Tom Brady, maybe not in Super Bowl.
What else matters?
But in
what else matters?
When he start winning 4 and 5 to get the 4 Super Bowls and 5 Super Bowls, and you start talking about his numbers and the MVP trophies that he's putting up,
and it can't be the greatest. That's Tom Brady still.
How could that be? Agree. Early in his career, Tom Brady didn't sniff an MVP. Didn't sniff it. This man has already gotten 2, and he's only in his 6th year in the National Football League, Michael.
I'm with Michael on this.
He's on pace to getting more. Okay?
I think you're making a LeBron versus Jordan.
No, I'm not.
That's what you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
no, I'm not.
MVP. It's
no, I'm not.
scorers.
The dude is still. They're
They've been in our ear for 5 minutes saying we're overtime already. And Key, you won't let it go. Key, you can't take a spanking. Take this spanking and sit down.
Okay.
Come on, go get this.
I'm going to say one thing and I'm done. I'm going to say one thing and I'm done. Skip, I'm going to say one thing and I'm done. Who gets the credit in Tampa Bay? Tom Brady won that Super Bowl, and who gets the discredit in New England?
Yeah.
Ooh,
okay.
Belichick and Tom Brady.
Yeah. Right.
So you gotta.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes gets his credit for winning the Super Bowl last year. Same way you give credit to Tom Brady for winning the Super Bowl without Bill Belichick. Can he get the credit without winning with Tyreek, Michael?
Okay, wait a second. Brady goes down to Tampa.
I'm just asking you.
7 and 9.
I'm just asking
pandemic,
you.
And he turns it around.
I'm just asking you. He lost one of the most explosive wide receivers in the history, if not in the NFL, and he went on to win a Super Bowl despite what the numbers say he won.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
all right, let's bring it to this Sunday. Who wins this game? Keyshawn.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Chiefs in this one because Denver beat them up so bad they gotta respond. All right. They gotta respond.
Yeah. And here, Key, I'm glad you said that because when they have no ability to respond, because the guy they need to respond for them is on the other team, then maybe you'll cross this water. I'm taking Miami to win this game. And Patrick Mahomes, brother, I know you're going to play so hard and do everything you can, but you're going to come up a little short. Miami will win 38-35. Wow. And then I want to see this embrace between Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill at the middle of the field. Going to say, I should have never let you get away. No. Okay, that's what Patrick going to say to Tyreek.
Right. Oh, we gave score 24-22, Skip.
Okay. 24 low score?
Yeah, 24-22.
Really?
Yeah.
They're going to hold Tyreek and company to 22 points?
No way.
Okay. Well, I like Kansas City's defense. I like the way they playing this year.
Okay. I like Michael's score and Michael's outcome.
Y'all will be wrong again.
No, I got the Dolphins here because it's going to be about the Chiefs struggling. They have lost their way. Right. They have lost their edge. They have lost who they are exactly. They are struggling. And their defense has carried them, actually, so far. And this is on grass. It's going to be like mid-50s, so it won't be too cold. Right. But listen, outside on grass, I think the Dolphins are going to run wild.
I was thinking about that, too, on the defense. I said, okay, what defense, what did this defense face? Detroit in the first game, but they didn't have Chris Jones. And then really Jacksonville is the only other team they face with an offense like what they're about to see. And those offenses are nowhere near what they're about to see.
Yeah, you can say all that for them, but not for the Cowboys. Got it.
Just saying, what do you mean? I'm just reading it out like I read it out.
Yeah.
How it played out.
Keyshawn, you're 0 for 2 on this show.
All right, Skip.
You're 0 for 2, and it's okay.
right, all right,
We'll carry you the rest of the
no.
show. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.